Hi guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing Greenland. John Garrity, his estranged wife, and their young son embark on a perilous journey to find sanctuary as a planet-killing comet hurtles towards Earth. The Garritys experience the best and worst in humanity. As the countdown to the global apocalypse approaches zero, their incredible trek culminates in a desperate and last-minute fight to a possible safe haven. This review will be completely spoiler-free. I just want to say that because I think it's coming on demand in the next week or so. I want to just mention off the bat that I had no idea what movie I was watching when they sent me an invite to see it at a screener. I literally had no idea what I was watching, and then I figured out it was an apocalypse movie and about a comet flying into the world, and guess where it lands? Guess where this comet lands? In Florida.
The fragment has hit Central Florida.
Oh my god. I am from Florida. I do want to say I don't think this was the year to release an apocalypse disaster type movie because 2020 has been awful, and as I was watching this, I was honestly the entire time thinking I wouldn't even be surprised if this is how 2020 decides to end. I don't know if it was the smartest choice to release it, but I mean, they have to do what they have to do. And honestly, this movie was better than I expected it to be. I thought it was gonna be complete garbage, but it really wasn't. Like, it's not the best movie I've ever seen, but it's also not the worst. It was like fairly enjoyable, and it has a pretty long runtime at 2 hours, and I was enjoyed the entire way through. That makes absolutely no sense. I meant to say I had a good time the entire way through. I don't know why I said that. Sorry. Anyway, enjoy the review. And I did sort of care about them. Like, I cared more about the wife and the kid than I did about our main protagonist. I feel like the biggest issue that I have with this movie is that it does what every single disaster movie does. Like, every single trope invented in the disaster genre exists in this movie. Like, they go into a pharmacy and you might as well know that something bad is going to turn out or there's not going to be any medicine. But every beat as you're watching the movie, you're like, I know how this is going to end up because I've seen it in blah 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 movies. This movie also really reminded me of San Andreas, and I thought that movie was pretty good actually. I haven't seen it since it came out. It reminded me a lot because of that, especially the relationship between like the wife and the husband, or the ex-wife and the ex-husband, that sort of thing, because it's kind of similar here where you have these two characters are having relationship issues and then there's a disaster going on, but they sort of kind of try to fix their relationships in the middle of a disaster, which I also feel happens in a bunch of disaster movies. So this movie was just basically a recycled version of a lot of movies we've seen, but like a really entertaining one at that. Like, I have to give it pointers for being entertaining, and I could probably see myself rewatching this. Like, it's not a movie I'm dying to rewatch, but it does have things that I would want to rewatch it for, and it also did have some really scary moments, although I kind of knew how it was gonna end because it ended like mostly every single disaster movie. But definitely my favorite part about this movie are the performances. I think it's really well acted. Gerard, Butler, did a pretty good job acting in this. Like, it was decent enough, it wasn't anything out of the ordinary, but I really did enjoy the performance of the little kid. Like, I thought he did a really excellent job, and I honestly cared a lot about the kid, and I also did care about the wife, and I thought she did an excellent performance because I feel like she's given a lot of really hard obstacles, and I feel like that is the best part because I think they did a really good job in the performances and making it real, like making it seem like this was a genuine family. Also, the movie was like pretty well directed and written, and the special effects were pretty good. Like, there were some times where, especially with a plane sequence, where you could kind of realize that it looks not realistic, but for the most part the effects were pretty good and it made it pretty believable. There were a couple of moments where I genuinely was like, how are they gonna get out of that? But at the end of the day, I do feel like this is like a nice movie to just watch and eat popcorn with. It's nothing out of the ordinary. Like, yeah, sure, you will have anxiety, because I did have some anxiety watching the movie, but it's also because I'm terrified of the fate that is the year 2020. But you know, it was a pretty good one, and I still think if you guys have the chance to check it out, it's something to look out for. I don't think you guys should like rent it or buy it. I don't know where this is coming out. I recommend just streaming it if it comes out streaming anywhere, but I'm going to give this movie a B-. It was like above average, basically. Thank you guys so much for watching today's review. It was a really fast one, but I just wanted to give out my thoughts on this movie and do a little shorter review than my detailed reviews that I do like all of the time. So if you like movie reviews and movie content, then make sure to subscribe to my channel. I do post weekly here on my channel, so make sure to subscribe if you haven't yet. And comment below your thoughts, and if you haven't seen this movie, if you're gonna check it out, or if you're just gonna skip this one. What do you think about them releasing an apocalypse movie in the year 2020? I would love to hear your thoughts about that. And as always, have a really awesome rest of your day, and I hope to catch you guys next time. Bye guys!